All right, what's up, boyos? Today we're doing something a little different. Normally, we're live over here on twitch.tv/lonercast. And, normally on Mondays at 3:30, we do Last Week in Games, which is a podcast that me and Nick do every Monday where we talk about video game news and all that fun stuff. We decided to take a couple weeks off, 1 week for Christmas, the next week for, New Year's. But I thought it'd be fun. I wanted to get another piece of content out, and I thought it'd be fun to rank every movie I watched in 2021. Over the course of the year, I have been keeping track of every movie I watched. So this should be interesting. So there's this website. I'll bring it up here. There's this website called Letterboxd, and I'm hoping you guys can see that. Oh, God, I haven't even put it up yet. There it is. Okay, it's a website called Letterboxd, and mine is called Lonercast Jake. And you can find the official one, which is called Lonercast, which has our MCU rankings and our Spider-Man rankings. Eventually, we'll get to, Star Wars and all that fun stuff. But this is my personal one, Lonercast Jake, and we're going to just rank every single movie I watched this year. So let's get to it. Let me pull up the list here on my phone. So the first movie I watched in 2021, and just so everyone knows, these are not movies. Not every movie that I watched this year was a movie that came out in 2021. And it's also not every movie I've seen for the first time. Some of these movies I've seen before. So it's just every movie I watched. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. All right. Let's get to it, though. First movie I watched in 2021 was a movie called Soul. I think it was, yep. So right now, Soul in first place. The second movie I watched in 2021 was a movie called I Used to Go Here. Which, yeah, I would keep this ranking the same. I enjoyed I Used to Go Here. It had Gillian Jacobs, Jermaine Clement. Pretty good movie, but not better than Soul. I thought Soul was a fantastic movie. One of the better Pixar movies. If you find I'm rushing through a lot of these, it's because there's a lot of movies, and I don't want this to be 6 hours long. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Next movie I watched was a movie called King of Staten Island. And I would say it's a little better than I Used to Go Here. I actually quite enjoyed it. Had Pete Davidson in it. Not a bad film. Not the best film I watched last year, but pretty good. The next movie I watched was a movie called Chef. I had seen before. I just rewatched it because that is how much I enjoy that. And with Chef, I would say it's probably better than all of these movies. I really enjoy Chef. Probably one of Jon Favreau's best films. The next movie I watched was a movie called Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War. Which, again, I would put at number 1. I think it's better than these movies. Infinity War is one of the best movies ever made. So, yeah. Next movie I watched was a movie called Valentine's Day. Which was a movie that, if you check out on the channel, me and my sister did a video about it. I think right here is perfectly fine. It's a dog shit movie with Ashton Kutcher, and yeah, a bunch of people are in it, but it's awful. Next movie I watched was a little movie called American Graffiti. I can't spell. Which was one of George Lucas's first movies ever made. I would probably put it right around here. I think Soul's a little better than American Graffiti. Um, but American Graffiti, not to be, it's an American classic. Really put George Lucas on the map, put Harrison Ford on the map. Very important movie. Next movie I watched was a movie called The Little Things, which came out this year, or last year now, I guess, which was that movie with Denzel Washington and Jared Leto. I wasn't too particularly fond of this movie. I thought Rami Malek was pretty good. I thought Denzel was pretty good. Jared Leto is just so over the top. I think ever since Dallas Buyers Club, the dude is he's too much, he's too much. He's too much. But I will say it's better than Valentine's Day. Not better than I Used to Go Here. I actually really enjoyed I Used to Go Here. My phone keeps closing out. Next movie I watched was a little film called Godzilla. And this was the original 1954 Godzilla, which is a classic film, and in my opinion, just a smidge better than American Graffiti. Much like American Graffiti, it is a cinema classic, regarded as one of the best. But I think Godzilla, a movie that came out in 1954, still holds up incredibly well. They do such a good job of making the monster seem terrifying, using him sparingly, so then when he does show up, you're terrified of him. Great film. And the special effects were out of this world for the time. Great movie. Movie I watched after that was called Judas and the Black Messiah, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought it was really, really, really stinking good. I put it right below Chef, only because I love Chef. Chef is a feel-good movie that I watch over and over again. And once again, I want to say, Judas and the Black Messiah is probably technically better than even Infinity War as far as films go, and what it's trying to portray. But this is my personal list and what I enjoy the most. And I really, really love Judas and the Black Messiah. But when it comes to Infinity War and Chef, I'm going to be more likely to watch these movies all the time. But Judas and the Black Messiah, really, really great performances. It's a movie about the Black Panthers and all that stuff. It's a great and sad and depressing movie. Really, really good though. Then I watched a movie called Friends with Benefits. I'm going to actually do these ones together. I watched Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached. Which are funny. These movies are hilarious, first of all, I will say they're both better than Valentine's Day. They both came out in 2011, and they both have the same premise. They're both about two people who start hooking up, and they're like, let's just be friends with benefits. We'll just have sex for fun. And then they end up falling in love, blah, 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 blah. One of them has Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. The other has Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman, which is funny. Natalie Portman did a movie with Mila Kunis. Ashton Kutcher is married to Mila Kunis. So they're kind of connected in a weird way. But I personally think Friends with Benefits is better than No Strings Attached. And you may be asking yourself, Jake, why did you watch these movies? Mainly because I was gonna do a video on them. Me and my sister were planning on doing a video on them. She kept falling asleep during No Strings Attached. So yeah, that's a thing. But Friends with Benefits, I thought Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis had really good chemistry. They're both really good in rom-coms. But ultimately, they're both still bad movies, even worse than The Little Things. Next movie I watched was a movie called Sound of Metal. Which is a movie about a drummer, a metal drummer, who ends up going deaf, because of the loud music and stuff. And the movie's about him learning how to deal with being deaf. And he like goes to a camp and just kind of learns how to be deaf. And it's a very, very great, well done movie. Oh God, things are falling apart. I think it's wonderful. And I think I like it a little more than Chef, I think. This movie just blew me away when I saw it. It truly was wonderful. The acting is incredible. Great performances all around by everyone in the movie. It was a movie I wasn't expecting much from. I just sort of popped it on one day and it blew me away. It made me cry. It made me laugh. It was heartwarming, but also very depressing and sad at moments. The ending is profound, and yeah, I thought it was great. What's next? The Trial of the Chicago 7. This was a movie that was pretty good. I thought Sacha Baron Cohen was pretty good in it. I do think like it kind of missed the mark on a few parts. And it was kind of cheesy and you know, a little on the nose at times, and it's based on a true story, but it seemed like they really fictionalized it. Yeah, so for that, I'll put it down here, but I did really like the movie, nonetheless. Snyder Cut. See if that even comes up. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yep. I did watch the 4-hour cut of the Snyder Cut, and I will say this about the Snyder Cut. It is better than Joss Whedon's Justice League. It is better than Joss Whedon's Justice League. It is still not that great. It has some moments that I think, you know, Zack Snyder's really good at cinematography and making things look good. Where he lacks is in a script and dialogue. And this movie's no difference. It's also 4 hours long, way too long. Overstays its welcome by a long shot. I think it's just a little better than The Little Things. But yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie that exists for sure. Where are we at? Bad Trip. Okay. Oops. Bad Trip. Which was the Eric Andre movie. Which is kind of just like a prank movie. It's just a movie full of pranks, and I thought it was hilarious. Hard to say that it's better than I Used to Go Here, but it is better than Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's far more enjoyable. It's honestly hilarious. It's got one of my favorite scenes in any movie of last year, I think. There's like a scene where they're getting married, and the priest is like, "You may now kiss the bride," and then he goes, "You may now kiss me." and then they all start making out. It's hilarious. It's a hilarious movie. It's truly some next level shit. Then I watched Kong v Godzilla. Kong v Godzilla was a fantastic film as far as visuals go. As far as like telling a story, it didn't. It did not tell a story. But for that, I'll put it right above Zack Snyder's Justice League. Just because I really enjoyed watching it. In fact, I watched it twice this year just because I had such a good time with it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so fun. It's the human characters though. I just don't give a shit about any of them. They're all insufferable. But besides that, I love the movie. But another movie that came out, because much like Godzilla and Zack Snyder's Justice League and The Little Things, they all came out on HBO Max, day and date with theaters. Another one that was like that was a movie called Mortal Kombat. Which I know a lot of people liked a lot. They thought it was fun and an action romp, which it is. I still didn't like it much. I thought it was horrendously bad. I would actually put it below The Little Things. I didn't like it like at all. So yeah, there's that. Next movie I watched was a movie called Twilight, which me and my sister did a video about on the YouTube channel, which you could go watch now over on the YouTube channel. There is a certain charm to Twilight that I can't deny. The original Twilight has a charm that I can't deny. The soundtrack, the look of it, there's something about it that is enjoyable. But I would still say it's pretty bad. And for that, I would probably put it, I don't know, above or below Mortal Kombat. I'll put it above Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that seems fair. Seems like a fair spot for Twilight. Maybe not. Next movie I watched was a movie called Iron Man. It was directed by Jon Favreau. And Iron Man is one of my favorite MCU films. It was the first of the MCU films. I would put it way the hell up here. I think it's a great movie. I would probably put it... Yeah, I'd probably put it at number 2. I love Iron Man. Iron Man is a movie I love going back to and rewatching over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so this next bit of movies is going to be interesting. So me and my friends, we all got together one weekend. Because we were bored. And we watched every single Fast and Furious movie. All of them. Well, there were 9 at the time. There's 10 now. So we'll get to Fast 9 in a minute. But we watched all of them, including Hobbs and Shaw. So we're going to rank all of those. And we're gonna speed run this. The Fast and the Furious. The Fast and the Furious. It's where it all began. It's a shit movie though. I would probably put it right above Mortal Kombat. Actually, it's not a good movie. I'm not a fan. Too Fast, Too Furious is not on Letterboxd. Is that not what it's called? The second one? Let me look this up. Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh, it's literally twos. Too Fast. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I like Too Fast, Too Furious. I think it's a fun movie. I would put it right above Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's a fun movie. Tokyo Drift. The interesting thing about Too Fast, Too Furious is it's the only one without Vin Diesel. But it is the only movie where he says ejectocito, cuz, and that's a necessity. Tokyo Drift is probably the best of the bunch. Which I would probably put right above Bad Trip. I Used to Go Here was great. Yeah, all of these movies and above, like everything above I Used to Go Here are all like great movies. And then everything below that are like goods, and then like everything below like Zack Snyder's Justice League are like you could probably skip those ones. What's next? Fast and Furious, the reboot, which is probably the worst end of the bunch. Fast and Furious. There it is. Fast and Furious. Okay. Yeah, Fast and Furious is probably the worst of the bunch. Really not enjoyable at all. I would actually put it below Mortal Kombat. Really didn't like it at all. But then Fast 5, things got interesting. They like pull a safe and shit. Like it gets wild in that movie. Fast 5, I would put like right below the Fast and the Furious. Yeah, that seems fair. And then Fast and Furious 6. There it is. I would probably put, again, right below Fast 5. They're all kind of bunched up, huh? Furious 7. Oops. Just the 7th one. That was the last one with Paul Walker. It's one of my favorite. I'd put it right below Tokyo Drift. I actually love Furious 7. I think it's a lot of fun. They like jump through buildings, you know. It's the one where The Rock, like, he's wearing a cast and he's like, Daddy's got to go to work. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic movie. And then Fate of the Furious is one of the worst ones. But only because, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bad, but it does have some moments. Like the zombie cars are kind of fun. I would put it right above Twilight. Yeah, that seems fair. You know what? I'm going to move Fast and Furious 6 down here. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Then Fate of the Furious, and then Hobbs and Shaw, I think. This is the last one. Oops. Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw was really bad. I would put it below Friends with Benefits. I think it's that bad. It's really fucking bad. And we'll be back to the Fast and Furious franchise in just a second, but there's a few movies in between these. Army of the Dead, which was Zack Snyder's other movie this year. Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead was just like, I can't even remember most of it. I thought it was so unenjoyable, but like it had some moments where I was like, that's neat. Dave Bautista is like charming, I guess. I'd probably put it right above Mortal Kombat just because the cinematography is like pretty neat in it sometimes. There's literally dead pixel though in the middle of the screen the whole time. And I guess it's the first movie that Zack Snyder has like actually been the cinematographer of and like director of photography. Normally he's just the director, but this was the first time he was ever like the cinematographer. Which, you know, he obviously strives at because all of his movies have really good cinematography and he obviously has like hella input on that. But yeah, that seems to be like where he should be. I think if he had like an actual like good ass director and he did the cinematography of movies, you know, he could actually change the game and like make the cinematographer like a more important name because most people don't know the names of cinematographers. You know what I mean? Anyway, In the Heights, which was Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical, turned into a movie. Lin-Manuel Miranda had a huge year this year. But In the Heights was good, but it didn't wow me. I would probably... It's getting harder and harder to rank these things. I would probably put it... I'd put it right below Bad Trip, actually. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It just didn't strike me. I'm such a huge Hamilton fan, and that movie just like didn't strike me the way I thought it would, and that might be on me. But yeah, that's just the way it is. Inside by Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham's Inside caught me completely off guard. I think everyone who watched it made everyone a little emotional. Later in the year, right? So it released at a time where we were pretty heavy lockdown, right? Like pretty early on in the year. And we couldn't leave, and we were all feeling a little burnt out by staying inside. And that's what this special is about. And we all felt it. And later in the year, movie theaters started to open up again, and they did like a special screening at certain theaters of Bo Burnham's Inside, and I went to it. And I had already seen it, right? Like on Netflix. But like getting to see that with an audience, it was like it was a special moment, really, because like we all sang along, and it was kind of like, guys, we're not inside, you know, like we all looked at each other and we're like, we did it, like we got out, you know, we're all vaccinated and we're all hanging out here watching Bo Burnham's Inside. And I'll never forget that experience. I wasn't expecting that level of content from Bo Burnham when I initially watched it. But it was great. We're gonna put Bo Burnham's Inside at number 3 for right now. I think that's a fair place where I think it's truly a special. It's a special. Okay, we're back to the Fast and Furious now. Fast 9. Or F9, I guess. So it's called F9. Oh, Fast 10, your seatbelt. Fast 9 I thought was fucking awful. I'd probably put it above Fast and Furious, maybe a little bit above Mortal Kombat. Yeah, yeah, I think that's a fair spot for it. Number 27. I didn't like that movie, like, at all. It was too on the nose, like too on the nose of what it was. The thing that was so special about the Fast and Furious and the previous ones is they're ridiculous, but they're earnest and they believe in what they're doing. This one felt like, yeah, we know we're ridiculous and we're just being ridiculous. And it's like, that's not why I watch Fast and Furious. I want you to be ridiculous, but believe in what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I didn't get that from F9. Woo! We got a lot more movies to go here, friends. I just want to put that out there. Okay, Black Widow was a movie I watched. And I think I liked Black Widow a lot more than a lot of other people. I thought it was great. I really love Scarlett Johansson. She's probably my favorite working female actor. I think she's wonderful. I really like Florence Pugh. She's probably my other favorite female actor. The guy who plays Hobbs in Stranger Things, I forget his name right now, but I like him a lot. He's just like fun. I thought the movie was funny. Yeah, I'd probably put it right here. Right below The Trial of the Chicago 7. And right above I Used to Go Here. Very enjoyable movie. It doesn't land up here with like some of these better, greater movies, but it's still a very good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Next movie I watched was a movie called Black Klansman. Did I spell it wrong? Black. There it is. It was a Spike Lee joint about a black man who joins the Klan. And it's hilarious. It's heartbreaking. Great performances. Very stylized, as Spike Lee does. Spike Lee always stylizes his movies, and I love his style. His style is intriguing and different. Adam Driver is probably one of my favorite working actors. He probably is my favorite working actor in Hollywood right now, and he's fantastic in this movie. What is it? Denzel Washington's son is in this movie, I believe. I forget his name. Something Washington. The guy from Tenet. He's real good in this as well. And I think it was a great movie. It hit all the marks, like it got emotional when it needed to, but it was ultimately like a dark comedy, based on a true story. And I know I gave The Trial of the Chicago 7 shit for being, fictionalized. But I think it served the movie well, like fictionalizing the stuff it did fictionalize in this movie. And for that, I'd probably put it right here, right below American Graffiti. Mainly because I think all of these movies above American Graffiti are like, the best of the best. And I'm not saying The Black Klansman isn't one of the best movies ever made. But I don't know. It has some flaws, and it does get a little like campy and weird at times, and it's not a perfect movie by any means, but it's a phenomenal movie nonetheless. Where are we at? Space Jam: A New Legacy. This movie. This is another one where I think I don't hate it as much as other people. I still don't like it that much. Feels like a commercial for Warner Brothers. But I think if you're a kid and you watch this movie, you'd probably end up enjoying it. And for that, I think I'm going to put it right here. It's not that bad. It's not that good either, but it has its moments where you're like, ah, that was fun. It was funny for the kids, you know. Uh, yeah, I didn't hate it. A Quiet Place Part Two. I'm not shy to say I'm not the biggest fan of A Quiet Place as a series of movies. I didn't love the first one, and I didn't love the second one. But it did have its moments. Uh, I really like Emily Blunt. I think she's so good in this movie, actually. Um, and I, they run into a friend. I forget the actor's name. The guy who plays Scarecrow in The Dark Knight or in Batman Begins. Um, yeah, it's not a bad movie. I just don't love it as much as everyone else. But it's still pretty good. I'd probably put it up here with like Bad Trip. Maybe I even put it between like Fast Five and Furious Seven. Yeah, I like that. Just to separate these movies, to let people know Furious Seven is superior to Fast Five. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. A Quiet Place is serving its place. Its place. Anyway. Um okay, The Incredible Hulk. And of course, if you want to see my Marvel list, it does exist on my Letterbox, which you can find at Lonercast Jake on Letterboxd. And if you want to see the Lonercast list, mine and Nick's list together, just look up Lonercast on Letterboxd, and you can find that. Also, me and Nick have been doing a full series of all the Marvel movies, so you can definitely go watch that. But The Incredible Hulk is one of the worst ones. Still enjoyable, though. And it's got to be said, Ed Norton, pretty good. Um, you know what? I'll put it right here. I'll put it right here. Let's put it above Space Jam. I like it more than Space Jam. I would watch Incredible Hulk more than I would watch Space Jam. Yeah, that seems fair. So a movie I was excited about, right? I mean, you can already see it. GI Joe Origins Snake Eyes. I was excited to see this one. Very excited. The trailers sold me on it. I was like, this looks sick. Like a bunch of fighting action, like looks sick. I'm excited to see what this is gonna be. And I was let down, hardcore let down. Um, and I think for that, yeah, like first of all, let me just say, I like Henry Golding. I think he's a good actor. I like him as Snake Eyes, even. But they make him so unlikable in this movie, like his character and like the decisions his character make, just horrible. And you end up rooting for the guy that's supposed to be the villain in the end, and it's just like what? Like it's so bad, and not to mention the shaky cam. Like the fight scenes are so bad, which is so disappointing. Um, Shang-Chi turned out to be the movie I wanted Snake Eyes to be. So I'm glad we got Shang-Chi. Um, but yeah, I'd probably put this right here. Right above Friends with Benefits. Uh, in fact, I'd put Friends with Benefits above it. Yeah. That's how much I disliked it. Where are we at? Iron Man 2. Is a movie that exists. I like it more than most, I think. Mainly because I really like Justin Hammer. I like Sam Rockwell. I think he's fantastic. I wish he was in more things. I would put Iron Man 2 quite far up this list. Um, Not too far up the list though. probably right here, right below I used to go here. I think that's a good spot for it, right above Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Um, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I like it. It's got its moments. It's got the lightning whips, with Whiplash. I need my board, all that stuff. Justin Hammer, I love. I love getting to see Rhodey and Tony getting to fight together in that movie. It's awesome, dude. It's awesome. Let me open my water here. I've been talking for a long time. I need some water. Hold up. Okay. What was next? What did I watch next? Jungle Cruise. This was a Rock, Emily Blunt movie. And I thought it was fun, but fun, a bit generic, sort of by the books rock film, Still fun though. I would probably put it just maybe right below Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think is where I'd put it. Yeah. Yeah, that seems good. Right above the little things, right below Justice League. Not a bad film. Not a great film. Just sort of a movie that exists. You know what I mean? Then I watched Suicide Squad, not The Suicide Squad. I watched Suicide Squad because I was preparing to watch the Suicide Squad, so I wanted to watch Suicide Squad beforehand. And it's funny, when I first saw Suicide Squad in theaters, I was like, this movie's not as bad as everyone says. And then going back and rewatching it, yeah, it's as bad as everyone says. It's a pretty bad movie. Visually, it's nice, though. It's got some nice visuals in it. But even still, it's kind of gray. Margot Robbie's great, though. And at times, I like Will Smith in the movie. And I like the Boomerang guy. Amanda Waller's great, too. But, yeah, I'd probably put it here. Seems like a fair spot for it. It's a pretty bad movie. But then right after that, I watched The Suicide Squad. And oh shit. And The Suicide Squad is a totally different story. I absolutely adore this film. I think this is probably one of the better movies to come out this entire year. Even better than American Graffiti, I'd say. Even better than Godzilla. Better than Soul. Probably better than Judas and the Black Messiah. Probably better than Chef. Better than Sound of Metal. Wait a second. And yeah, I think it's probably number 3 on this list. It's a fantastic movie. I love it. The art direction that James Gunn uses. Oh man, the fight scene when it's like in the helmet and you get to see them fighting. The twist of John Cena's character being bad. I'm very excited for the Peacemaker show. It's a movie that I think could potentially fix the DCEU if they bring James Gunn back to do more stuff. I hope they do. I think it's a great movie. And then I watched New Moon, which is Twilight. Yeah, Twilight Saga, New Moon. Just far worse than the second or than the first one, but the melodrama keeps it good. Honestly, they're interchangeable to me, but I put Twilight just above it. Yeah, that seems like a good spot for those. We're not going to fight about it. The Green Knight. The Green Knight was a artsy fartsy movie for sure. It's sort of like a Knight's Tale, like a fable, but told very grounded and realistic in a way. But there's still like magic and stuff in it, witches. And it's very dry and this knight goes on this journey. It's really a beautiful movie. Definitely not for everyone, but I'm not everyone, and I really enjoyed it. Is it one of the greatest movies ever made? Probably not. But it was it one of the better movies of last year? Probably. Is it going to win some Oscars? I'd believe it would. Seriously, I think it's a really good movie. I'd probably put it right below American Graffiti. Yeah, seems like a good spot for it. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Free Guy. This was a movie where Ryan Reynolds plays Ryan Reynolds again. It's a harmless movie. I'd say it's a lot like Jungle Cruise. As far maybe a little better than Jungle Cruise, but just like a harmless film that exists. And if you took the kids there, they'd probably enjoy it. Yeah, not a bad movie, not a great movie, but yeah, I think right here is perfect for it. Number 28, right below Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then Captain America. The First Avenger. Which is a pretty okay movie. Not amazing. Not my favorite of the MCU. Is it better than Iron Man 2? Where is Iron Man 2? Oh, there's Iron Man 2. Is it better than Iron Man 2? No. Is it better than Tokyo Drift? Yes. So yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. I think a lot of people would argue it is better than Iron Man 2. That's fine. Go ahead and make those arguments. Avengers, I'm going to be really controversial with this one. The very first Avengers. Joss Whedon's Avengers. I don't love this movie. I never loved this movie. I think it's okay. But I'm going to put it right below the first Avenger. Oh my god, it didn't even capture. Wow, why did that happen? Where is it? Hello? There it is. It did land there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put it right below Captain America, the First Avenger. I don't love it. It's not my favorite. It's not a bad movie. What they were able to accomplish with like a team-up film, it's never been done before. But it just doesn't hit me the way it hits others, I guess. Especially with things like Infinity War and Endgame existing nowadays. Which, yeah, it's hard to be like, yeah, Avengers is the best one when those movies exist, you know? Next movie I watched was a movie called Reminiscence, which was a Hugh Jackman joint where he gets to relive his memories, I guess. This movie did not impress me at all. In fact, very forgettable. Hugh Jackman's great, though. I love him in most things. But the way this turned into like a romantic drama instead of like this cool like cyberpunk reality, it was just sort of disappointing. Yeah, I think right here is good. It was really, really a disappointing movie. Woodstock 99. Oops. Okay, well maybe this isn't on here. I watched this documentary called Woodstock 99. Oh, here it is. And now my controller, there we go. Yeah, Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage was a little documentary about Woodstock 99 and what a shit show it was, and how fucked up it was that people acted the way they did. I think it was a pretty well done documentary. I normally don't put documentaries on here, but I had to put Woodstock 99 on there because I felt like it. I thought it was really good. I'd probably put it up here with like Bad Trip. Yeah, that works. The Protege. Which is another one that got me like from the trailers. I'm like, this movie's gonna be amazing. It looks like a John Wick type movie. I think it stumbles and falls a few times. It's got Sam Jackson and Michael Keaton, who I think are great, and Maggie Q, who I also think is great in the movie. I think the movie's pretty good. I think it's quite enjoyable. It's far better than Snake Eyes, which is the other movie that kind of disappointed me this year. But it didn't like blow me away the way I thought it would, but it wasn't bad. Um, I'd probably put it like right above Godzilla versus Kong. Let's put it above In the Heights. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a good spot for it. Oh, Jesus. Then I watched a little movie that no one knows called The Notebook. Which is a classic romantic film. And honestly, this movie holds up so well. The chemistry between Ryan Gosling and oh god, what's her name? Rachel McAdams. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. Truly. Um and I would put it up pretty high. I'd put it right below The Black Klansman. I think yeah, The Notebook is a classic film, dude. And there's a good reason for that. Um, Another documentary on here is a documentary called Val, which is about famous actor Val Kilmer, who a lot of people don't know. He had, I guess, he had like throat cancer or something, and ended up having to get a trach. Can't really talk anymore. Which is very sad. And but throughout his entire career, he documented like everything. Um, so like it was pretty cool to see, and it's probably one of the better documentaries I've ever seen in my life. My life, pretty damn good, pretty damn good. I'd put it up here. You know what? Just to be fucking weird, let's put it between like Captain America and Iron Man 2, just to be strange, you know. And speaking of Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is a okay movie. I didn't love it. Didn't love it at all. But still an MCU movie. It's still got like some quality to it. You know what? I'm going to be charitable here to Zack Snyder. Let's put it below the Justice League. But the next movie I watched was also an MCU movie, and it was called Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This movie was incredible. If there wasn't a certain other Marvel movie to come out this year, which we'll get to, it would probably be my number one Marvel movie this year. Yeah, I'd put it right above the Suicide Squad. Fantastic movie. If you notice, my top 10 is turning into a shit show of fucking Marvel movies, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do? Um, Thor: The Dark World. Jesus Christ. What a fucking awful movie this was. One of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen in my life. You know what? I'm gonna put it right below Fast and Furious. Dog shit movie. Dog shit movie. Winter Soldier. Captain America and the Winter Soldier was a great movie. It's one of my favorite MCU movies. Will come up here. So we got Avengers here. We got Captain America, the first Avenger here. It's definitely better than that. It's better than Iron Man 2. It's better than I Used to Go here. It's better than Black Widow, I think. Trial of Chicago 7. Yeah. Staten Island. Yeah. Is it better than The Notebook? Yes. Better than Black Klansman? No, it's not. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. I like that. I like that a lot. Malignant. Was a movie by James Wan, who made the Saw movies, and then he went on to do Furious 7 and the Aquaman movies. And this was him returning back to horror, but it seems like he made more of a slasher film. I adore this film. I think it's wonderful. Really fun movie. Stupid. In fact, it could be like a new Halloween classic for me. Like, this may be one that I watch every single year from now on. I absolutely adore this film. Yeah, let's put it up here. I'm gonna put it right below Black Widow. I like that. It's good. And then Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh my God, what the hell is happening? Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. Definitely one of the better ones. And I think I know where I'm going to put this, actually. Probably right below Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. Let's do that. Dear Evan Hansen. Oh, God. Dear Evan Hansen is an awful film. Awful. The premise is awful. I don't know if the musical... It's based off of a Broadway musical. I don't know if, like, the Broadway musical is regarded as, like, this bad. But boy is it bad. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave it right here at the bottom. Awful film. Awful. Just terrible. So leading up to Venom, Let There Be Carnage, I watched Venom, which I had never seen because I heard it was bad, and I watched it and I thought it was bad. Yeah, right there. I did not like it at all. So then I watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and I actually liked Let There Be Carnage a bit more. I thought it like doubled down into like the campy stupidness and like this sort of like, you know, gay relationship that they have together. And I don't mean that as like a as an insult at all. I mean, like, they're almost like a gay married couple. So for that, I'd put it a little higher. I really liked it. I thought Woody Harrelson was fun. I'd put it above Suicide Squad for sure. Above Reminiscence. I liked it more than Army of the Dead. I liked it more than The Fast and the Furious. I liked it more than the Twilight Saga. I liked it more than that. I liked it more than that. A little bit more than that. I'll probably put it here. That seems like a fair spot. I didn't love it. You know, it's not great or anything, but, you know. Okay, I watched Skyfall, which is a James Bond film. It's probably one of my favorite James Bond films. This one's going really high. I love this movie. Like, when I say really high, I mean like up here high. Like number 3. Yeah, I think I would put it at number 3. Yeah, I like that movie a lot. And then Spectre, I don't like as much, which is another James Bond film. I don't like as much. but I do like it, fine enough. But it is kind of like a big fall. Um, Probably I'll put it right there, right below the Avengers. Yeah, seems like a good spot for it. And then I watched No Time to Die. No Time to Die. Which I also really loved. One of my favorite movies of the year. Put it right below the Suicide Squad. I really like No Time to Die. I thought it was really, really good. Um, Age of Ultron. A lot of movies, dude. This is a huge undertaking that I decided to do for some fucking reason. I don't even understand myself sometimes. Um, Age of Ultron was not a very good one. I didn't love it. It's worse than the Avengers. So, like, where do I have the Avengers right now? You know what? We're just gonna put it down here. You know what? I wanted it above Iron Man 3, but it landed below it. We'll leave it there. That's fine. The Last Duel, which was a Ridley Scott movie. This was the one that got him a lot of controversy this year because he's like, these stupid fucking millennials don't go and see my movies, even though it was probably us that went and saw them. It's probably the fucking boomers that didn't go see it. Maybe market your movie better. But that being said, I love The Last Duel. I thought it was incredible. One of my favorite movies of the year, no doubt. Like so much so I'd put it up here. Not above Skyfall, but yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. Last Duel. Um. Okay, then we watched Spider-Man 2002. Sam Raimi Spider-Man. It's a cheesy, schlocky film. But you know, it holds a special place in all of our hearts, I think. Um, Certainly better than Free Guy. Certainly better than Zack Snyder's Justice League. Better than In the Heights. Better than The Protege. Bad Trip. It's better than A Quiet Place. Um, yeah, we'll put it here, right below the Avengers. I like that. It's a good spot for it. But then Spider-Man 2 comes along. The best of the Sam Raimi trilogy. Um, I love this movie. We got pizza time in it. You know, we get pizza time. We get that Doc Ock scene where he's like pulling people around in the operating room. Hilarious. I'd probably put it here, right below the Trial of the Chicago 7. You know what? Let's put it a little higher. Let's put it above The Notebook. Let's put it above Guardians. You know what? Like honestly, I love Spider-Man 2. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm trying to be like generous here. Um, let's put it. Yeah, I like it more than The Winter Soldier. Okay, and then Spider-Man 3, which is going to be much lower on the list. Spider-Man 3 is going to be Suicide Squad. It's better than Reminiscence. Better than Army of the Dead. It's better than Twilight movies. It's not much better than Twilight movies, though. Let's put it there. Yeah. You know what? Just to be weird, put Twilight above it. Just to be a stinker. But Okay, next movie I watched was a movie called Last Night in Soho, which was an Edgar Wright film. Edgar Wright's sort of, you know, introduction into horror. And goddamn, can the dude direct a movie? I loved it. I loved this movie. I loved it a lot. Yeah, I really, really, really like that movie. Um, well directed. The twist was pretty, telegraphed, but I love the look of the movie. I thought the acting was incredible. Yeah. Anyway, Spencer. Spencer was a movie about Princess Diana, and she's played by Kristen Stewart. And Kristen Stewart's phenomenal in it. The movie's a bit slow. It's not for everyone. It's a bit of an artsy fartsy movie, but I liked it a lot. And for that, I'm gonna put Spencer pretty high on the list. It's better than Spectre. It's better than Spider-Man. Better than Avengers. Better than Val. Iron Man 2 used to go here. Better than Malignant. We'll just edge out Black Widow. In fact, we'll put it right below Last Night in Soho. Yes. We're getting dangerously close to the end of my list here, boys. So we're getting there. Eternals. This is another Marvel movie that I think I like more than most. Still not my favorite Marvel movie, but I really did enjoy the Eternals. I thought, for an ensemble film, they were able to pull off so much with it. So much more than I thought they would be able to. And God bless them for that. Yeah. So we'll put it up here. It's better than Iron Man 2. I don't think it's better than Black Widow, though. I actually don't even think it's better than Malignant, or I guess to go here. So, right there. Yeah, it's a good spot for it. What's next? Encanto. Encanto is the new Disney animated film. And it is quite enjoyable. It's one of my favorite Disney animated films to come out in a long time. Its portrayal of family is just so relatable. The songs are really, really stinking good. Every character, a lot like Eternals, like for an ensemble film, they're able to pull off like a lot. Like we can relate to each one of these characters really well. Even though we did have like a main character of this movie. I think I like it more than the Trial of the Chicago 7, I like it more than Guardians even, I think. Winter Soldier. Encanto's going high on my list. I really liked it. We'll put it up here with like Soul. Yeah, I think I like Encanto a bit more than Soul. Yeah, it's good. My phone keeps closing, which has my list. Okay, House of Gucci, which was the other Ridley Scott movie to come out this year. And House of Gucci, not as good as The Last Duel. Some questionable performances, but still really good, really beautiful movie to look at. Kind of boring movie though. We'll put House of Gucci maybe above Spectre. I think it like just like right above Spectre is a good spot for House of Gucci. Yeah. Oh, this next one, maybe controversial, but I think I know where I'm going to put this. The Matrix. I rewatched the original Matrix. And I think that's going at my number one spot. The Matrix is and probably forever will be one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a classic film. I love it. Love it a lot. The Matrix Reloaded, on the other hand. I rewatched that as well. It's much lower on the list. um, I think right there is good. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Okay, and then I watch Spider-Man No Way Home. And I love this movie. Absolutely adored this movie. No spoilers here. But goddamn, it was a fantastic movie. It's going way the fuck up here, boys. No shame in saying it. I think I liked it better than the last Duel. I think I like it a little bit more than Iron Man. I think right there. Yeah, it's good. Good spot for it. And then I watched this movie called Annette, which was this musical, this weird fucking musical with Adam Driver. I loved it, though. God damn did I love it. It is a weird fucking movie. I'm not even going to try to explain it. Just know it's a musical with Adam Driver with surrealist imagery. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else to. Won't put it that high. We'll put it there. Yeah, that's good. That's a good spot for it. And then the last movie I watched this year, which I actually didn't, it wasn't the last movie I watched this year. I just forgot to add it to my list. So it's at the end of my list. But is Tick, Tick, Boom. Oops. Directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda and starring Andrew Garfield. And it is an incredible movie. It's a musical about Jonathan Larson, who created Rent. And Andrew Garfield is just incredible at it. His surrounding cast is incredible. I really, really love this movie. And for that, I'll put it way the fuck up here, boys. I liked it better than Annette. I liked it better than Inside. I think I liked it better than The Last Duel. Yeah, right below Skyfall. All right. That's my list, boys. Let's go through it. Let's read it together, shall we? And we'll see if we actually still agree with it as we read through it. At number 1, let's start at the end. Let's start at the top. Let's start at the end. We'll get there. All the way at the bottom is Dear Evan Hansen at number 80. At number 79 is Valentine's Day. At number 78 is No Strings Attached. At number 77 is Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. At number 76 is Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. At number 75 is Friends with Benefits. At number 74 is Thor The Dark World. At number 73 is Venom. At number 72 is Fast and Furious. At number 71 is Mortal Kombat. At number 70 is Fast 9. At 69 is Suicide Squad. At 68 is Reminiscence. At 67 is Army of the Dead. At 66 is The Fast and the Furious, which is the first Fast and Furious. At number 65 is The Twilight Saga: New Moon. At 64 is Spider-Man 3. At 63 is Twilight. At number 62 is The Fate of the Furious. At 61 is Space Jam: A New Legacy. At number 60 is The Incredible Hulk. F59 is Venom, Let There Be Carnage. F58 is The Little Things. F57 is Jungle Cruise. F56 is Free Guy. F55 is Avengers Age of Ultron. F54 is Iron Man 3. F53 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. F52 is Fast and Furious 6. F51 is Too Fast, Too Furious. At number 50 is The Matrix Reloaded. F49 is Godzilla vs. Kong. F48 is In the Heights. F47 is The Protege. F46 is Woodstock 99, Peace, Love, and Rage. F45 is Bad Trip. F44 is Fast 5. F43 is A Quiet Place Part 2. F42 is Furious 7. F41 is The Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. At number 40 is Spectre. At number 39 is House of Gucci. At number 38 is Spider-Man 2002, Sam Raimi film. At number 37 is The Avengers. At number 36 is Captain America, The First Avenger. At number 35 is Val. At 34 is Iron Man 2. At 33 is The Eternals. At number 32 is I Used to Go Here. At 31 is Malignant. At number 30 is Black Widow. At number 29 is The Trial of the Chicago 7. At number 28 is The King of Staten Island. At number 27 is The Notebook. At number 26 is Spencer. At number 25 is The Last Night in Soho. At number 24 is Guardians of the Galaxy. At number 23 is Captain America the Winter Soldier. At number 22 is Spider-Man 2. At number 21 is Black Klansman. At number 20 is The Green Knight. At number 19 is American Graffiti. At number 18 is Godzilla. At number 17 is Soul. At number 16 is Encanto. At number 15 is Judas and the Black Messiah. At number 14 is Chef. At number 13 is Sound of Metal. At number 12 is Annette. At number 11 is Bo Burnham Inside. At number 10 is No Time to Die. At number 9 is The Suicide Squad. At number 8 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. At number 7 is The Last Duel. At number 6 is Tick, Tick, Boom. At number 5 is Skyfall. At number 4 is Iron Man. At number 3 is Spider-Man No Way Home. At number 2 is Avengers Infinity War. And at number 1 is The Matrix. We're going to save that before it deletes. So there we go, boys. That is the list. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have your own lists, leave them in the comments down below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, also know that you can watch me live on twitch.tv/lonercast, where we do fun things like this all the time. We also play video games over there. We also do a gaming news show called Last Week in Games. Also check out all the other content on the YouTube channel. Of course, the Lonercast YouTube channel. We're also still collecting money for able gamers over here on twitch.tv/lonercast. Yeah, so thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I love you. You're the best. Stay Gucci, wherever that is. House of Gucci. Stay House of Gucci.